and welcome. This is a little bit of an intro video. I'm gonna film a whole nother thing and show you guys, but I just wanted you to know I already filmed this once. All the footage got messed up. I'll kind of reiterate that in the next clip, but I'm gonna show you the outfits. I'm gonna actually try them on so you can see what they look like, and if you are kind of a similar body shape, like a men's large, a women's XL, like 12, 14, then you can kind of see what the clothing will look like on you. The only thing I don't really have access to are like hats and the tiny stuff. If you do, absolutely comment down below, like, is the quality good? Are there ones that we should buy, that we should skip? Did you get something and it broke immediately? I would like to know that because I do want to get more, but the price point is kind of expensive, and one of the items I'm going to show you kind of sucks, and that stinks. So anyway, on with the video, and I will see you guys in the outro. I'm going to film this intro right now, and then you're going to see me come back a little bit later, and we're going to film it in pieces, which I'm hoping helps. I'm also thinking of standing up for this video so that I can move my hands and be a little more animated than I am when I'm sitting down. So without further ado, let's get out of the intro and into the items. So the first thing that I want to show off is the Cupid, which I'll try to put the unboxing footage in because I was amazed at how big it was. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I had always imagined that the Cupid would be like tiny. I don't know why. I mean, it's obviously large in the video game, but I thought when they made it into jewelry that they would kind of alter the sizing. So this is the one that I got, which I'm very happy about. This is the one that I wanted. I definitely wanted the longer equation so that it would go all the way down, and I just thought that would look better and look more aesthetically pleasing. And it came, of course, with a snake chain. It also came with, you can kind of see it just fits right in there. It also came with a little piece that you could put on this and then attach to your necklace if you didn't want to wear it straight on. But when I was putting it on, the keyring, it tried to scratch anyway, so I was like, no, that actually sounds like a horrible idea. And it was like off color and kind of gold. It was disappointing because it wasn't even silver. It didn't even match like the stainless steel aesthetic of like the necklace, but whatever. Oh wait, no, I should tell you about how good they are. So if you're gonna get one of these, I have been wearing it since I got it, so 3 days I've worn it straight. I haven't like showered with it or anything. I know that you probably can, but all of the care paperwork that came with it basically said like it doesn't need to get wet or be soiled because it might ruin like the finish. So even though I know a lot of people do shower in their jewelry, especially like the stainless steel kind, I know I've had earrings that I've done that with. It's so expensive and so pretty that I didn't want to do that. But yeah, it's huge. So for reference, like it's like the size of my finger. That's crazy. So when I got it out, I was like, oh goodness, but it actually does look pretty good. It doesn't look tacky. It's got a weight to it and it looks really nice. And you can, where the grooves are, you can actually like, they're sharp. They're not like, I don't know, you can just tell it's quality, which is nice because it was $100. It shipped really fast and I didn't have any problems, and I'm assuming that this is the one that you get if you order the single. Like, they all are probably going to come with that specific equation. I forgot to tell you guys, this is the box it came in. So it has the nice little font. I was a little frustrated because, like, this isn't even centered. So if you're a collector and you're actually collecting to, like, sell it at some other point, let me open it up and show you kind of what it looked like when it came. I would say I was a little disappointed with the packaging. First of all, it's not that easy to get it out of the package. Oh my gosh. There we go. So I literally have to like pull it at one corner. That's what the inside looks like. Okay. Now, when I opened it up, because of the little grooves right here, like I don't know what this does for collecting, but it actually scratched the crap out of this protector. on its way here, and it was bubble wrapped and everything in like a generous amount of bubble wrap. So if that hurts the collecting value, like I don't know, just beware that the plastic does get scratched. It came like this. It was in this really pretty foam, and then underneath the foam it had the little piece that you could add. Like I said, it was like kind of, I don't even know what you'd call it. It was very gold looking. It did not match the aesthetic. There is also the place where the necklace was, and then some instructions to have dual language, except for the little connector. This is pretty much, I don't think any of it was in English, but I mean, you can pretty easily figure that out. Ta-da! And then here's the back. Sides. The next things that I'm going to show you will be things that I ordered back in, I don't know, March. I think kind of when I really got back into the game was when I was like, I want some merch, because I'd never bought merch before. I've not bought any of the tinier stuff like keychains or crypto bites, things like that. I've bought a jacket, a hoodie, a sweater, a t-shirt, because I wanted it to be wearable at my work. That is a little iffy. Like the hoodie's kind of goofy looking. Like if someone looked at the Fragile Express hoodie, they might be like, what? But it kind of reads as FedEx from afar. So a lot of people haven't even noticed until I turn around and they see like the skull hands on the back. And then I have a couple paper items, the novels and the art book that we'll talk about. And, you know, we'll just kind of move from there. Okay, so the book I love. Chunky. The second one looks just like it. It is somewhere else. It's out there. I was reading it. So if you care about kind of what the text looks like, it's actually not too bad. It's large font. It's easy to read. The paper feels good. It has thick paper. It's not very thin or anything. If you annotate like I do, so it feels really nice to write on. And when it came, the only like minor like scratch or scuff it had was down here. There was a little scuff just on the book. It's kind of even hard to see. And then up here, that happened. That's my fault. I carry this around constantly. I either have this one or the other copy like in my purse, just because there are certain places where you don't want to pull out your phone and look like you're unsociable. Really good quality. I would get it just to have it. I don't think there's a hardcover version. If there is, it wasn't around whenever I was buying. And I'm kind of glad it wasn't, because I actually really, really like the paperback. Good size and everything. 4x7, maybe a 5x7. It's a little as big as my head. This is the first thing I ever got from Death Stranding. I got this for Christmas and I love it. It's got that like reflective gold. And if you are into art or Death Stranding, it's worth it. The art book is gorgeous. The pages have just the most wonderful, gorgeous concept art. You have all the characters, but you get these like beautiful, let me see if I can find like the concept art is just gorgeous. I mean, it's huge. It's way bigger than like what my camera can get in. I found like one of the really nice gold pages. I love the accents. I hope they keep this for the next art book. The gold accents are so nice. And some of them are full spreads. So like the back of the book has like an example. And there's multiple throughout this of just these giant full spreads of artwork. If you have the chance to get it, you should absolutely get it. I got mine in store. I didn't buy it through Amazon or anything, and it did have like a small blemish. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was just this part right here. So it had like just a kind of, it was kind of bent when I first got it, but I've used it so much that it's fine. I think it's worth it even if you're just playing Death Stranding 2, if you like this sort of thing. I found so much stuff when I was doing like the lore and theory videos that was kind of unused concepts from this that I was like, oh, I remember that, like the BTs that we see in the trailer that kind of have the veil. They look just like what they first conceptualized and then did away with. So it's kind of fun to have that just for the knowledge, you know. So if you like that, very good quality, get the hard book. I don't even know if they make a paperback, but I wouldn't get a paperback of it because the quality of the hardback is so good. I paid $40 for mine, which I think is the current price for the next one, which is on pre-order. You can get it in November. And the second volume of the novel comes out the day of the game in its native language, I think Japanese. I don't know if there are any other like Asian translations that are out, but there's definitely no English translations reported coming out anytime soon. So if you know about that, you should tell me so I can get it. Okay, so let's talk about the clothing. I will go from kind of like best to worst in a way. I am 5'3", and I would say I'm a large to an extra large if you're a girl. If you're a guy, I'm like in the large of the men's, and these are all unisex. So if you are maybe like a guy on like the, I don't want to say like skinnier side, but like if you typically wear like the medium to large, go for the large. And if you typically wear like the XL to the double XL, make sure you go towards the XL. The XLs are huge on girls, but it's weird because like the hoodie XL is great. It's a great fit. It's kind of loose, kind of big, but I think on a guy, um, it I think it would feel tight if you were typically an XL in hoodies as a man. So just be aware that they are unisex. I thought this might be a way to kind of show you what it might look like. I want to try to measure like the kind of shoulder to shoulder basically, so that you can get an idea of the actual sizing. Their size charts are terrible. And then online when you look it up, people are like, order big, order small. People are like, a bunch of people that actually seem to know what they were talking about were like, oh, order your size. But if you are a girl, this might be easier for guys. If you're a girl looking for merch, or you have like, you wear feminine clothing, you know that sizing is a joke and it's never the same. So let's say for just ease of like knowing, I'll try to put all the measurements up there. So the sweater has like an elastic band at the bottom, but it's not like tight or anything. It's just kind of like a little stretchy sort of fabric. In terms of how well this has held up, it's the one I've wore the most. And I've probably washed it, I don't know, maybe 8 times. Still looks great. There's no issues with the stuff on it. The sleeve, it has, let's see. Yeah, this is the unfortunate part. This is the part that on all of them isn't very great. The text is so thin, and so the A, if you can see it, is, let's see if I can get to focus. It's just a little chipped, but not terrible. So it's kind of like, how much do you care about the sleeve? It's kind of hard to see anyway when you get it in a light color, but let's see kind of what it looks like on. I will say for me, the sweater XL was great because I don't want a tight fit, and it's got fleece, so it's kind of warm. So I'm an hourglass, meaning I have pretty wide shoulders compared to my waist, and then I have pretty wide hips compared to my waist. So whatever those measurements are, but it's like a pretty large difference. So for me, the XL is perfect for my hips, because if it was any smaller, it would be tight and like uncomfortable. But if you are super straight, or you're a guy and you don't have any hips and you're just gonna go straight down, you should probably get the large. So if you're wearing like a size 42 in men, I would just get the XL. You're probably fine. If you want it to be baggy, you probably want to get the double XL. But for girls, like you can tell, like it's not super form fitted. It's kind of hard to show you guys, but and it has like a lot of extra fabric. So for me, the elastic hits on my hips, and then there's like, I don't know what you'd even, like 3 inches that just folds down. And so it kind of just gives you like a cropped look without being cropped. So if you don't like that, you probably want to size down. The sleeves are pretty baggy. Like I said, I'm not into like a super fitted sweater. I think that's like really hot. But if you don't like the way this looks, or this looks like too baggy for you, size down. So this is the XL. So I would say this is the best thing that I would buy. The t-shirt, it's freaking good. So here's what we have going on. We have almost died. So here's what we have going on. We have the Death Stranding with like the strands and the barcode looking stuff. The font's great on it. I don't think that there's even, yeah, this is actually the best of the tiny text fonts, and this has been washed the most. This has probably been washed like 10-15 times, and it looks fine. It also, I think, like overall fits the best, which I know it's a t-shirt, but it fits me like a large male Carhartt. So it has a much better form to it, which obviously I'm wearing a shirt underneath it, but it's whatever. I also tuck in all my shirts. So for me, like this is kind of all you see when I wear my shirts, but it's really long. Like it goes all the way down. Yeah, it covers like my whole butt, goes all the way down past my hips. So, I mean, it's a long shirt. So if you're a guy, I mean, it should fit you. Like I said, I'm pretty short and I have a pretty short torso. So I think mine's about 2 inches shorter than most people. So this should fit everybody pretty fine. These sleeves, I think, hit at a pretty good spot. And then, I don't know, it's comfortable. It's super comfy. I probably would have sized down in the t-shirt, but again, like if you don't mind a little bit, if you're not looking for a fitted shirt, they're really nice. So it's lasted the longest for sure. It's got the most wear. So if you're gonna buy a couple things, first, this is the one I would, if you're gonna buy something, buy a t-shirt, if you're not sure what you want. The hoodie, I like. It's not been through the washer as much, only like a couple times. In terms of it being recognizable as Death Stranding, from the front, it's not. I mean, unless someone walks right up to you. I've had so many people go, is that a FedEx shirt? I think I've changed the camera around a little bit, but that's okay. So, I'm back from the graduation, looking a little more crazy, but that's fine. So, we were talking about the hoodie, I think. So, we ended with talking about the hoodie, talking about how it's a lot tougher because the fabric is just a little bit thicker, the text is printed thicker, so it just isn't going to get worn out as badly. So something I will say, if you have if you have a big head, the neck hole is tight, so you might have to like shove your head through. I wear glasses and I can't get my head through if I'm wearing my glasses. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Like I said, it's baggy. All my stuff, the band is like right here at my hips, and then the fabric just sort of like goes forward. Let's see if I can get you guys where you can actually see how long it is. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's loose. This is the XL. So if you want a fitted look, I would go for a large, but the problem is if your waist, like I said, I think this is like a 46 is what I am. So, you know, it could be tight depending on if you have like a flat butt or not. Depending on how wide you are, this could be kind of rough. But this is kind of what it is. And like I said, I wear it up higher, kind of like where my pants line is. So this is the XL. If you want a fitted look, then I would do a large for sure. Because like here's my actual arm and here's how much fabric is left. I mean, it's pretty large, but it's comfortable. And then the sleeves are fitted. Now here's the thing though, The sleeves are comfortable on the XL. I feel like if I had gotten a large, that these would be kind of tight. I don't know that for sure, just because maybe the sleeve size stays the same and it's just a little bit of fabric that's gone. That's usually what it is. But this is kind of the fragile hoodie, and I think all of the hoodies kind of have this same, I'll show you the back. They have this same sort of look. So I think the hoodies are a good buy. They're durable, they're warm. I think that they're like an all-around purchase that if you don't want the t-shirt, a hoodie would be a good one. All right, last but not least, we have the void out jacket. Now, this is the most disappointing purchase that I have. I think it is the least worth the money, and it was also the one that I've worn the least and that has the most damage. Okay, so it has a fleece inside. It is a zip up. The zipper's fine. It feels a little like it catches just a little bit, but the text on the front, so this has been washed twice. The G is starting to get just a little bit of wear. Just like right on the tip, you can kind of see it starting to wear a little bit. The back, it's weird because it is an abstract pattern. So if it is starting to peel, it's really difficult to actually see it. My issue is I've washed it twice. That's it. Twice. I've worn it maybe 3 times. And of the 3 times that I wore it inside once, I wore it on a car ride, and I wore it out to walk once. So this thing has gotten barely anywhere. And the freaking reason that I bought it was for the void out. Second wash, the V came off. I mean, this is like a $40 jacket, and it didn't even last past 1 wash. And I wash, like, I'm not gonna say like I'm the queen of laundry or anything, but I wash my clothes on like gentle cycles with the same sort of fabrics, so all of my clothes last for pretty much forever. So for the fact that even though I was taking such good care of this, it still lost the V in less than 3 wears, I would not buy one of these. Unless you just absolutely want it as like a collector's item. And I don't know if it's just the gold, and the gold is a weak foil or something. Now I do have a gold foil pin. I could probably try to foil it back on and see if it will stay. But it's like, I paid $40. If I wanted something from Etsy that was a DIY, I would have just got it from Etsy. Now, I think this XL is the most fitted. Its sleeves are the same as the other one. I mean, they're fairly large. The zipper, it's alright. There's nothing like special on the zipper either. It's just like, just a normal little zip. Now the thing is, I wear this lower. I wear my zips like down, kind of like near my butt. So, you know, I don't wear it up like the other one. I think if you were gonna wear it like the hoodies, you will look, you will look large because it does not set as nicely. You'd have to really like put it down, and then you could still maybe get your hands in the pockets. But if you're someone who likes kind of that cropped look, don't get the zip up. Longer than the hoodie sleeves for sure. They're a lot bigger. So that's kind of the overall. Let me show you the back so you can see what it looks like with the hood up. The problem with this hood, I feel like it covers part of the design. So this is what it looks like, hood up, and this is what the design looks like with the hood down, which was important to me because I don't want to buy something that you can't see any of the logos for. The video is over, and now I just want to say a few things here at the end. These views are obviously my own. No one paid me to put this up here, but I do know that when I was searching for merch and sizes and stuff like that, there wasn't a lot out there. There were a few people who had opinions, but there was no one with like videos or anything that I could see. With Death Stranding 2 coming out, I assume that it will hit more of a mainstream audience, and maybe people will be looking for reviews like this. Um, Again, this is just one person's experience. So if you've had a great experience with one of these items, especially like if you've got a void out shirt that actually lasted, let me know. Maybe I just need to get a different one or return mine. I don't know what the return policies are. I didn't look it up. I didn't care to return them. For me, it wasn't that huge of a deal. I'll deal with it. But if you are a collector and you want something to last, then you may want to search those return policies before you do so. I know that whenever I get the collector's edition in with the statue and everything, that I'll show those on the channel as well. And in November, we're supposed to get the art book, and I'll definitely do a flip through and show you guys that. I think that's everything. If there's something that you guys want more information on, just ask. And honestly, it's getting kind of crazy. We're so close to Death Stranding 2. I'm getting kind of nervous, but oh well, it's gonna be fun. I know that stream-wise, I do want to stream. I think my partner's a little nervous about being heard in the background, so I definitely didn't stream over the weekend just because they were kind of like, that's awkward. I feel like they're gonna hear me. So I had to figure out the schedule. I don't really know yet what that'll look like, but I'll definitely be posting the footage of Death Stranding 2 somehow. It may be pre-recorded, it may be live stream, it may be a combination. But I'm excited to get there and kind of see what's going on. Hopefully we get more stuff, more merch. I've not seen any like restocks of the hats. I've not seen anything with the ghost mechs or drawbridge on the official website. And I'm holding out, really hoping that we'll get that. I'm probably going to buy the drawbridge controller because it doesn't seem like they're going to have anything else come out. And I think I like it. I do wish that it had been a Ghost Mech controller with everybody enjoying Higgs. It's kind of a bummer that there's no, like, you know, Higgs stuff coming out, but oh well, who cares? I will see you guys in the next video. Leave any comments below, and bye!